Very good morning to one and all. I'm Nisha and I'm going to teach you English language. But before beginning with that, please make sure that you have covered all the videos which we have studied earlier and all the topics which we have learned over there. Because in English language it is like that all the topics which we are learning are going to be in sync so that we can be improving for the next topics over there. So today we are going to begin with the very next topic, which is the part of the transformation of sentences. Transformation of sentences causes or comprise of different sections of the grammar, and it is as well as the most important portion because directly it will earn you 8 marks over there in your examination. Earlier we have already studied these different topics of tenses, active voice and passive voice, degree of comparison and different formations. So today we are going to begin with direct and indirect speech. So before beginning with that, let us understand what is the difference between direct and indirect speech. What is the difference between direct and indirect speeches? Indirect speech, we exactly tell the words of the speaker over there, what that person has told in that very conversation. Those word to word of that very persons are told, and those are always in the inverted commas over there. And when it comes to the indirect speech, the other person tells about that very person's narration over there, what he has said. Indirect speech, for example, she said, I am going to Delhi. In this very sentence, there will be 3 important people whom we should know about while changing our sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Those 3 people are, the very first one will be reporter, then reported verb, and the last one, reported speech. Now, as from the name itself, it is pretty much clear that what that reporter is. The person who is going to report about that very incidents. Reporter is also known as narrator. Narrator or the speaker we can also say. The very person who is going to tell about that very thing, that will be your reporter. In this case, see the sentence over here. Here he or she is reporter. Next comes the reported verb. The verb used by reporter, that will be your reported verb. Which is the verb used over here? It is said. So this is your reported verb. And the last, reported speech. The content or the thing which they have told in that very sentence is your reported speech. And it will always be in inverted commas as it is written over here. So this very section is your reported speech. So I hope that it is clear to all of you that all the 3 people are very important while changing a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. First one is reporter, second one is reported verb, and the third one is reported speech. Now, while learning for the rules to change a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, we can broadly classify those rules in 2 main categories. First one will be the general rules, which will be applicable to all kinds of sentences, which will be in generally used for all the sentences. And the second will be the specific rules, which will depend upon the type of sentence which we are going to change. So first of all, what will be the general rule? First general rule will be the rule about if we need to make the change in the sentence or the tense of the sentence or not is to justify that whether the changes will be there or not, to identify the change. See the first rule, if the reported verb is in simple present or simple future tense, then there will be no change in the tense of the reported speech. See the example, then it will be more clear. She says she is ill. Here, which was the reported verb? The very verb which was used right just before those inverted commas. Here, this says is in simple present tense. So, according to the rule, our reported speech section's tense will not be changed. How it will be in indirect? She says that she is ill. This will be your answer in indirect speech. She says that she is ill. Only the change will be, this very conjunction will be used in indirect speech while changing a sentence from direct speech to indirect. Then it was in present tense. Similarly, it has been in the present tense. Sometimes changes can be there only in this very pronoun that will be related to the subject mentioned over here in the sentence. Now comes the second general rule, the rule which will tell you that when the sentence reported verb is in past tense, then you are supposed to apply the changes in the reported speech section according to the rules given below or mentioned below as per the rules of the different sentences. See the example. We will take the same example just to clarify that how changes can be done. She, instead of say, we will use said, past form of say. She said she is ill. Now your reported verb over here is in past tense, said. It is the past form. So it will be changed, the tense of this reported speech will be changed according to the rules. What are those rules? It is in simple present tense, it will change into simple past tense as per the rules. So what will be the changes? She said that she, and instead of is, what we use in past tense is was or were. Was is used for singular subjects and were for the plurals. So here she is a singular, so we will use was. She was ill. That's it. In order to change different sentences, we have to follow the step-by-step procedure, or we can say the structure of the sentence in that very change itself. So, under this rule, there comes different rules for changing. If your reported verb is in simple present tense, it will change into simple past. See here, for the direct speech and what it will become in indirect speech, which tense will be used. First is, if your tense is in present indefinite, it will change into past indefinite. Then present continuous into past continuous. Present perfect into past perfect. Then present perfect continuous into past perfect continuous. Then comes the past indefinite it will change into past perfect. Similarly, past continuous tense into past perfect. Now there comes the exception, we can say, when it comes to the past perfect tense, there will be no change in the tense. Same for the past perfect continuous. There will be no change. Then comes the future tense. In future tense, usually the entire tense will not be changed. The helping verbs which we are using in that very tense, for example, will, shall, those very will be changed into would or should. There is one more exception, that when in the direct speech itself, when might, could, should will come, there will be no change in that. That will be same exactly copy pasted in indirect speech. please do write these rules on your notebook. Now comes the next very general rule. If in the direct speech there are words which are representing the nearness of the object, those words will be changed into the words which will show the further point of that very object itself. So those words will be changed always from direct speech to indirect when we are going to change. As for example, if your word in direct speech is here, it will change into there. Here, there. Now, then. This, that. Hence, thence, hither, thither. Now please don't get confused between hither and thither. It is just a synonym used for here and there when it is talked about the position of an object. Go will be changed into before, today, that day, tomorrow, will be changed into the next day or the following day. Similarly, yesterday, into the previous day, last week will be changed into the previous week, and similarly for the month or the year, it will be the previous month or the previous year. The last fortnight will change into the previous fortnight. The day before yesterday, will be changed into the day before the previous day. So these are the general rules which will be applicable to all the kinds of sentences. Now we will learn about the specific rules which will vary from the different types of sentences. How many different types of sentences are there? There are in total 4 different types of sentences. First one is assertive or the declaratives, or we can say the simple sentences which declare a statement only. Then comes the interrogatives which asks a question. Then the exclamatories which will be used to explain a sudden situation, we can say, or exclamation kind of. Then comes the imperatives which will be using to show the command, request or order. Now we will learn about the rules which we will use to change all these different kinds of sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. So please do write these rules and do revise it, because these are the general rules and it will be used in all the kinds of sentences over there. Try to revise it. Thank you.